Hello everybody, it is Ebontis, and in this video I'm going to cover for Act 1, Week 1, where the worms are located. Now, so far I've found 4 of the collectibles. They're collectibles, but they're basically little taken worms. And these are for the Path of Resolve, and you'll use these for a couple different things. But they're also going to allow you to get more Sigil Shards, which is actually really important. As you're killing combatants throughout the Nether, you'll get more Sigil Shards from the Sigil Stones that'll drop, and it's just going to help everything go a little bit faster. So the first location I want to cover is the Trenchway. So whenever you get out to this area, whether it's the boss, the final boss who's going to be out here, or just kind of the first encounter, you're going to be in this area. And all you're trying to really get to is right up there. So easiest way to get there is just kind of whether you enter this section from over here, which we'll go to in a minute, or if you just kind of start over here like I did. Once you're up in this region, all you got to do is kind of jump on top of this little double column structure, and your worm will be right up here. I don't have a HUD on right now because I was taking a screenshot, but it's right here. So go ahead and collect this guy. And if you're in the area, may as well do the second one at the same time anyway. So easiest way to do that, we might have some enemies and stuff out here. I'll try to avoid them if I can, but probably no guarantee. But I will show you as we go. So if you just run straight outside, that's the little shield duo combo over there. But if you keep going across, and you'll find this little structure over here. So one, this looks like an encounter. So this is where the actual solar shard is sometimes. Yep. So this is where you'll pick up the solar shard, and you, I think, end up having to walk it kind of probably right over in that region, if I remember correctly, where those little orange things are. But if you get over to this area, you're just looking to get right up above up here. So from here, just go ahead and jump on up. Now, I picked this one up already, but he's literally sitting like right here when you get to him. So that is Trenchway, both outside, kind of in the orbital area, and inside as well here. Again, by over these little orange egg sacs, whatever they are, I'm not entirely sure. So now let's get to the next section. All right, so for the second set of worm collectibles, you're going to be in the Hall of Souls. Now, easiest point of reference is going to be the big old Court of Oryx thing right here in the middle. First one, if you're facing this big front entrance and you've got all these kind of statues behind you, but basically facing here, turn to your left so you kind of see one of the big passageways, and it's going to be right down here on the bottom. Easiest way to get there is probably just jump over. I think I can do this even just with a hunter jump. 1 and 2. And then you just need to be able to get a lower angle to be able to get down to it. So down here. And then I do recommend landing right on top of it, because the sides are a little bit slippery when it comes to jumps. And the worm will literally be sitting right down here. And then if we come across and go back, we can go straight to the other one. Basically still same point of reference, using the Court of Oryx in the middle. So again, if you're facing here, the other one, depending on which one you may or may not have found, is going to be to your right. This is going to be the longer corridor. You're going to have the 2 platforms. You're also going to also have the really long beam of light kind of opening in the back. And if you head this direction, all the way over, depending on what's over here, you might be catching quite a few urns on the way. A couple hidden chests are going to be over there. We're going to go to the left-hand side, though. So cross over. Drop a little health while I'm here. And you're going to take the lower route, but then we're eventually going to traverse back up to the top. So follow this all the way down, over and across, and then we're going to climb this last, like, piece of peeled skin. And when you kind of get up here, you can even see on your radar that it's above you. So if you can climb up here, it's hanging out right here. So these will be the second one in, again, the Hall of Souls. Alright, so for the next 2, we're going to be in the Mausoleum. So this is the kind of big area with all the tentacles, kind of the new area down below. You've got this midsection with, like, platforms. If you've got these active, you got to run the solar thing from up top. There are 2 in here, and one of them is going to be kind of right on top of that yellow platform. So if you come over here like you're going to do the plates, just hop up here, and then all the way right up here. And I have picked this one up already, but it should be sitting right up here for you, waiting for you. So that'll be collectible worm number 1 in the Mausoleum. And then if you go from here, we're just going to head down. I do recommend, if you're going to be collecting these in a certain area, don't be on the boss, because sometimes the boss will give you a little bit more of a hectic situation to try and go after these than you need it to be. So do it at like 2 out of 3, you know, clear out most of the area and then go for it. So you'll notice where I'm at right now. You've got kind of the entrance platform over here, standing on this kind of big middle tentacle, I guess. I can kind of look straight back here. And if I'm looking over the edge, down here is where the ogre fight typically is. So what you want to do is kind of fall down here and then fall right down here. It's literally going to be right in this little corner right here is where the worm's going to be waiting for you. So that's number 2 for the Mausoleum. And again, if you want to come at that from a different direction, you can get to right about here on this tentacle. So again, peeking over the edge here. If I'm looking back up, I've got the big rock structure here. It's going to be right over here in this corner. So again, if you just jump across, the worm will be right here. So either way you get to it, should be able to find number 2 right there. And number 1 should be up here on that, like standing on that yellow column up above where we just were. So that's the 2 in here. Last destination to go. Alright, so the final 2 collectible worms for week 1, hopefully we'll be getting more of these as we go, it seems like we kind of have to, is going to be in the Founts. Now, for a point of reference, I figure everybody can find this big, giant, rotating thing. So the first one is going to be from here, so if you're looking long ways across the room, standing on top of the big chain device, turn 90 left, and you'll have pretty bright lights over here, and you'll have all these, I guess, sarcophaguses or tombs. From here, you're looking like right up here to the top level. So if you've got the set of tombs, it's like the second set from the right, and it's going to be all the way up here at the top. And you'll see Mr. Worm Guy up here if I can land up here. There we go. So then if we come right back out the way we came in, and again, what I've done before is if you're looking for these, you can pick them up on the fly. I go through and clean a bunch of stuff out so it's a little easier to kind of have a clean environment. Now, standing back on this again, go straight forward. So we're going to go across the room, kind of towards that door with all the symbols on the wall. We're going to turn right, head down this kind of corridor with the big tentacles, and you're just going to hug the left wall the whole way. Hug it over here, and it's tucked behind this little thing in the corner. And that is going to be all 8 that you have available right now. Now, I will tell you if you're looking for a certain zone, the Founts, I seem to only be able to get here after the first one. If you have actually started on the Founts, you're lucky, because I tried to reload into this thing like 20 times. But after the first zone that I started in, I was able to get here. I've had it in here as well. So if you are having trouble getting into the Fount specifically, go through whatever your starting zone is. Hopefully you'll get it on the next one. But that is all 8, at least, that we have for now for the secrets. And this is going to be our collectibles. Seems like we're going to have a little bit more to go. Maybe next week in a new region or something, or maybe in another act, but we'll see. But for now, that is Resolute Collection as far as we can go for week 1. Look for a separate video, probably a really short one next week to finish it up. If you guys enjoy the content from me, drop a like, subscribe. I'm going to be doing Monster Hunter Wilds coverage here soon. We've also got Scorn coming out. We've got Avowed coming out. So a lot of things playing right now. If you like my content, subscribe, like, follow. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, anywhere I'm playing, and I'll see you all soon.